On Tuesday and Wednesday, the 14th and 15th of May, the Alabama Senate and Governor Kay Ivey passed and signed into law the most restrictive abortion bill in the country. According to an article by the CNN Politics published on the 17th of May, the new law would become enforceable in 6 months and would carry stiff penalties for those caught violating it. For example, doctors could face up to 99 years in prison for performing an abortion in the state. Wait, can we just pause for a second there? A doctor performing an abortion on a woman who has a reason not to keep the child will face a sentence up to between 10 and 99 years in prison, but according to an article published on Think Progress, under current Alabama law, those charged with rape in first degree face a similar punishment to the penalty doctors would face under the abortion ban. Those who commit rape in the second degree face no more than 20 years in prison. Those charged with sexual abuse or incest face less than 10 years in prison. It is also important to note that most allegations of rape and sexual abuse go unreported. So, let me get this straight. You're going to give a doctor between 10 and 99 years in prison for performing an abortion on a female who has a right not to keep the child because it's her own body, but you're not going to change your gun laws. Are you serious? Moving on. As you would all know, New Zealand had a shooting in Christchurch on the 15th of March, and guess how long it took them to change their gun laws? Less than a month. Some of you may say, a month? That's a really long time. No, it's not. For one, America has had school shootings for years, like years and years, and they started to change their laws like within the first few days of having the shooting. Like, it just took a month for the bill to go through. The first American school shooting was on July 26, 1764. There have been over 500 school shootings since then, and yet they have the audacity to change their abortion laws before their gun laws. I was reading this post on Facebook that said, how did abortions get banned faster than guns? Which I completely agree with. And one guy commented, because one is just a piece of metal with no morals attached, and another is an operation which involves ending life. Are you kidding? You've got to be joking me. Like, where is the logic in this comment? Honestly, there has been over 600 deaths in those school shootings, and about the same amount of injuries in those shootings, if not more, and guns aren't a operation in which end life. I'm really struggling to grasp a hold of the logic in this comment. What? I've seen another post on Facebook that reads, imagine this. You're a parent of an 11-year-old girl. She gets her period for the first time. Early, but happens all the time. She decides she wants to go to summer camp and you send her. She'll have so much fun. When at summer camp, she's raped by a 45-year-old maintenance man for the campground. She's too afraid to tell anyone. You never find out. The following month, she doesn't get her period. Her parents don't think much. You parents don't think much. Your wife reassures you her cycle didn't begin an exact month-to-month track until she had been menstruating for a whole year. 2 weeks later, your wife gets concerned and brings her to the doctors. They tell you that your 11-year-old is 6 weeks and 1 day pregnant. How could this happen? Who did this to you? Your daughter tells you about the rape. She's still confused if that's what happened. You see, in elementary school, they haven't taught sex education, and she never knew what was really happening. Well, surely you can obtain abortion. She can't have a baby. She's 11 years old. And she surely can't have a baby from her 45-year-old rapist. The doctor then informs you that due to the new laws in the state, unless you've filed a police report, about the rape before the appointment finding out she was pregnant, that legally the 6-week mark indicates no doctor can perform her abortion. Well, that's insane. She's 11. We didn't know she was raped. She didn't even know what was happening. Okay, no worries, we'll leave the state and go to another state to have the abortion. Well, the doctor informs you that you can't do that either. Due to the new law, any woman who leaves state and receives an abortion is facing 10 years in prison. Anyone who facilitates the person in leaving state can also be charged with conspiracy to murder. And if she gets an abortion illegally, like at home, or if they give her medication to help assist the abortion process, she can face the death penalty. So, what do we do? Well, by your state's laws, nothing. Your 11-year-old must now give birth to the baby of a 45-year-old who raped her, unless her life becomes in danger due to the pregnancy. She cannot receive an abortion. This is the reality of every citizen in the state of Ohio starting January the 1st, 2020. This is not the land of the free. This is disgusting. I hope to God no one ever has to experience a situation like this, but let's be honest. The bill only covers rape or incest termination of pregnancies after 6 weeks. If a formal police report was filed before the woman finds out she was pregnant, let's talk about how many hundreds of thousands of rapes and incestuous rapes occur and aren't reported. Let's talk about 11-year-olds who don't know they've been raped. Let's talk about the shame this country puts on young girls who come forward with rape stories. Let's talk about the 14-year-old just raped here in New York and her rapist is receiving probation. Let's talk about how most women don't know they're pregnant until they're already 6 weeks pregnant. Let's talk about how urine pregnancy tests can often not pick up a positive for pregnancy until between 5 to 8 weeks, depending on the hormone levels in a woman's body, and every woman is different. Okay, let's break this down a bit. An 11-year-old girl who was raped, traumatized, and scared so much that she couldn't tell anyone at all, and because of this, she was too late to get an abortion. Is this a joke? Like, I know this is a hypothetical situation, but they're seriously going to be like, oh, you were raped. Too bad you didn't file a police report before your 6 weeks, or else you would have been able to get an abortion. What a friggin' joke. This is an innocent little girl who was taken advantage of by a disgusting old man who couldn't keep his dick in his pants. I think that he should be punished, not her. And speaking of punishment, is he even going to get punished? Probably not, because friggin' that's the way the world works. This is so frustrating. She has to now go through the whole pregnancy, a goddamn child, a small child carrying and giving birth to another small child. So why should she be made to keep it? Not only this, she would also have to deal with the trauma and anxiety. Why is she being punished for something she has no control over, yet this guy gets off with nothing? He probably wouldn't even have to pay child support. What an absolute load of crap. I've seen this post on Facebook, and I think this whole comment thread has been deleted, but if I find it, I'll put it on the screen. So someone had commented to this guy who had said that, like, he was against abortions. She said, are you going to pay for all the babies, like help support the mums who can't afford to have a baby and all that kind of stuff? And then he goes, oh, I have no responsibility to pay for this baby, it's not my baby, the government shouldn't have to pay for it either, like all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so what, an 11-year-old, or anyone for that fact, has to look after a baby that they don't want because of what their reasoning is. Maybe they were raped, maybe they're just not financially stable, maybe not emotionally stable, maybe anything could be their reasoning, but they have to support their own baby. They shouldn't get any funding from the government, they shouldn't get any funding from any person ever, because it's their responsibility, but yet you're the ones who are forcing them to have the babies instead of aborting them. Right. I just think that you are an ignorant prick, and that you should have no say over what happens in a woman's body and what the woman does with her body. If she wants to abort her own baby, she can abort her own baby. It's her body, she can do whatever the heck she wants with it. But of course, you're a male, you think you own all the women. I'm not saying that all males are like this, but boy, I have met, well, I haven't actually met any, but I have seen a lot of males that think that they own women. that they're better than women and they can tell women what to do with their own bodies. And I just think it's wrong, because if we did that to you, you would not like it, would you? If we said, we don't want to get pregnant, you have to wear a condom because I'm not going to take any contraception, but then you'll start complaining because it doesn't feel as good, blah blah blah. It doesn't feel good when we have to keep a baby that we don't want. It doesn't feel good when you have to give everything to this baby or nothing to this baby because you can't afford it. Or you just don't even look after yourself because you have to give everything to the baby. That doesn't feel good either. So don't force us into it, you know? It's literally that simple. But wait, it gets worse. I've seen another post on Facebook that reads, I'm not going to sit here and calmly try and explain why the majority of the female population is in uproar. If you generally don't understand at this point, you're flat out stupid. There is no discussion to be had. This is not a debate. There is no more acting stupid or pretending you don't understand why women are angry. If you're silent on this, you're complicit. There is no neutral, there is no comfortable medium. It's all fun and games until it's your fundamental human rights that are being with. Women's rights are not optional. Bodily autonomy is not optional. Abortion is not the only thing being criminalised with these bills passing in Alabama, Ohio and Georgia. Miscarriages? Punished by prison time. Travelling to another state where it is not a felony to have an abortion, to have a safe abortion? Punished by prison time. A 12-year-old girl who was raped, impregnated and is now being forced to co-parent with her attacker. Are you freaking kidding me? How do people not see the price tag that old white men have put on women? We are so insignificant that we are viewed as only being good for pregnancy. They believe we only take birth control to prevent pregnancy. They believe we can control our miscarriages. They believe we are so useless, small that our rights aren't as important as a man's. Nothing is more violating and dehumanizing than being told what you can and can't do with your own body. So how about this? Men who wear condoms during sex will be sentenced to 10 years maximum in prison, with the possibility of the death penalty for conspiracy to commit murder for preventing semen from fertilizing an egg. Oh, what's that? You're outraged because you're being punished for practicing safe sex? How about mandatory vasectomies to prevent pregnancy and avoid abortions altogether, since a vasectomy can be reversed? Oh, that violates your human rights and bodily autonomy. You're a grown man and can make your own choices when it comes to your body. Keep that same mother energy. How twisted and corrupt do you have to be? Not even exclusively a politician, but as a human being, to prioritize an unborn, or in recent bills, unfertilized life over the lives of real, living, breathing women. Women's rights who? Human rights who? Sorry, the United States government doesn't know her. The government would rather a 12-year-old child carry her rapist spawn to term and give birth than allow to have a safe abortion. The government would rather a grown woman die carrying a parasite pregnancy to term than allow her to have a safe abortion. This is not about saving lives at all. This isn't about safety. There's no regard for women, their rights, or a fetus. This is about winning a political battle and retaining power over the oppressed. This is about possession. This is about patriarchy. This is about control. The fact that anyone still believes that this is a topic to argue over absolutely blows my top back. You don't like abortions? Don't have one. You don't like birth control? Don't use it. But your personal opinion doesn't give you the authority over another person's rights to their own body. Oh, and another thing, if you're pro-life, which is really just pro-birth because you don't care for the lives of women dying or the life of the 12-year-old rape victim or the hundreds of thousands of children in foster care systems or the lives of the people being shot down in schools and clubs and concerts, you are not a saviour. You are not a voice for the unborn. You are as ignorant as it gets. Fuck off with your holier than thou shit. Nobody cares. You're not impressing anyone, especially not me. All in all, ladies, speak the up. Stop allowing your fear of coming off as an angry, irrational woman. Stop you from vocalizing your stance. And if you're a man and you're not fighting in this battle alongside the women in your life, get your shit together. Your mama raised you better than that. These laws are in violation of our constitutional rights and they are dangerous. Women's rights are human rights. Educate yourself, stand for women. This girl is 100% right. I cannot agree more. A 12-year-old should not have to keep a baby she didn't want. She was forced into sexual intercourse, but yet she still had to deal with the repercussions. It is just complete bullcrap. I'm literally so out of breath because I'm so angry, like literally so angry. I need to end this video like now. I could honestly sit here all day picking at every single stupid thing about this whole topic. I've only slightly scraped the surface of this topic and this video is probably going to be too long as it is. So I'm just going to stop the video here because if I keep going I'm going to get too frustrated. I'll probably freaking pass out because I can't freaking breathe and I'm going to lose my marbles. So if you want me to do another video like this, comment down below and tell me that you want me to do another video like this on the same topic or a different topic. Give me a topic, I don't know. I'll express my opinion, I'm good at that. Anyways, yeah, if you want me to do another topic, if you want me to do this topic again, but going deeper in, let me know and I'll do that. It may be a long video again. If you want me to do another video of a different topic, let me know and I'll do that, you know, just let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that wasn't too boring. I hope that some of you at least are still here watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I think I already said that, but anyways. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have watched this far into the video, please smack that like button and comment what your opinion on this topic is and give me a brief reasoning behind why that is your opinion. I mean, it doesn't have to be a full essay or like what I've done, but you know, just a little brief sort of reasoning if that's possible. If this is the first video you have seen of me, then hi, hello, how's it going? Thank you for watching and please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Also put that bell on so you are notified when I upload a new video. Share the video if you want. I don't mind. I'm losing my voice. I'm thirsty. My throat hurts. I can't breathe. I'm so frustrated, so I'm leaving. This video was long enough and I need to get out before my brain explodes. So, peace out. Bye.